Okay. I'm here with the triple champ.
Triple.
Triple
Yeah.
champ. The first East versus West 3 category champion of the
What'd you think
world.
about that last one? Hey, I put a stamp on that category.
Yeah, like there's no chance. Like I'm sorry if anyone disagrees. I don't believe anyone can beat you at under 115, 105 kilos.
We'll find out, I guess. But yeah, I feel really good. I think that the weight classes are to my favor. Like it's my advantage. I think my frame size, my ability to hit the class without losing a ton of strength, I can do it. So
Listen, I expected it to be closer. I expected Petrenko to do much more on the first 2 rounds, 3 rounds. How does it feel being Devon Larratt?
It's always different. This part of my life is really great. These last few months have been wonderful. The last 6 to 9 months of my life, really, after Levon, I kind of reshaped a lot of things. My life is way different. If you were to know me 5 years ago and you were to know me now, there's a lot of different things. Like if you see me like day to day to day, yeah, my life now is very simple. I live a very simple life at the moment. It's changed a lot because of my children. Yeah, in our house now, I have basically 3 young adults. Milo, Habry, and Auden. We all are living in the same house, Jody and I. Well, actually, there's 2 houses, but and we all are kind of walking a similar path. So, and we haven't had to fight for it. It's been amazing how, without pushing, it's kind of become a family thing that we do. Like we're all kind of chasing and it has a lot of very unique struggles and challenges, when it comes to mentorship. I'm now mentoring my own children who have the same aspirations as I do, which is really weird. It's really weird. When you really actually understand that your kid wants to beat Levon, you're like, okay, all right. It's not going to be easy, and but it makes for an extremely simple life because we're all walking the same direction.
Yeah.
So we are bouncing ideas off each other. We discuss, we plan, we look into the future, and we try and be as efficient and methodical and meticulous as we can with our training and our preparation. So it's very simple. Everybody's getting along. It's great. It's great.
I saw Auden and Milo will have matches, right?
Yeah, it looks like they'll be going to the Philippines. All things, things go good. But yeah, this will be Milo's first match, and that's really why it's going on. Milo, it's been tricky with Milo. He's kind of been floating around. Like Milo's always loved arm wrestling. He always has, but he's had a lot of things he's been chasing here and there, and he still does. But he really, and I never like to speak for my children, but it seems as though he's committing more to arm wrestling. He's asking, when the next practice is. He's asking about training. He's coming independently. He comes and he trains without me saying so. So this is his first match, and yeah, Auden's going with him. So yeah. So we've got another Larratt on the arm wrestling scene.
Dynasty.
Yeah, and Habry's. We'll see in the next few weeks. Habry keeps telling me that she wants to come to practice. She's been working, but yeah. So all the kids will be doing it.
That would be crazy.
It's wild. It's really wild. I never thought I'd be in this position.
Yeah.
Never. But here we are.
I think it's a good position to be in.
It's great. I'm really happy.
I feel like you have something to do more, like a bigger thing. Like before then you were doing big thing, but it was mostly a big thing for you. Now it's big thing for them, right? And
Yeah.
it should be better.
It is.
I don't have children, but it should be better.
It is, and it's neat when you teach, and it's even more interesting when you teach your own blood. When you teach other people, I feel like, I do my best for everybody, but there doesn't seem to be as much pressure when I teach someone who's not related to me. I'm like, yeah, this is what you should do, buddy. This is what I think. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. But when you're talking to your kid, it's like, okay, I'm more like, I think this is it. I think this is it. But yeah, it has its. But the truth is Auden's kind of overtaken me. Like Auden is probably, he's quite humble about it, despite what people on the internet think. But a lot of the innovations that are coming out of the Larratt house now are from Auden. Yeah.
So because he's thinking about it 24/7.
We all do, but he has a young mind.
Yeah.
And he's grown up in the house, and he's playing with all sorts of ideas and information just as a really healthy 19-year-old kid. And the things he's doing now, I'm like, I talked to Jody, I'm like, we're creating a monster. Like, what is this thing? What is this thing that we're making? You wake up in the morning and he's working out for 9 hours a day. It's not an exaggeration. Like he gets up and he trains for 40 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever it takes him, and then he eats and then he repeats it all day. I can't do that anymore. Maybe when I was young I was close, but I can't do it now. I do 2 good workouts a day now. I'm
That's
done.
how he will get the miles you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to catch up. He has to catch up.
Yeah.
So what Kobe said, it was something like if you wake up early, you do one practice. So like every day you have one extra practice.
Yeah.
Like and after a year you have extra year, right?
That's right.
So everyone's behind you a year. So
yeah.
That is the kind of.
Yeah. So life is simple.
Life is very simple.
Life is simple. Yeah.
What's the plans for the triple champ?
So
what's next?
Yeah, I've been pretty vocal about it. I know that when you look at the rankings, I don't deserve the shot. I know that I'm not ranked. I haven't pulled in a long time. But with all the mess that happened there, I think that there's a very good argument that I deserve the shot. It's really up to Morozov. But I think that he's going to give me the shot. I think we all know that when it comes to the left-hand super heavyweight world rankings, Morozov has the title, but I think that everybody kind of knows that Vitaly is clearly the guy to challenge him for that undisputed title. He's the guy. Okay, but when you look at where the venues are, he just might not be able to attend for a bit. Might not be able to.
Yeah.
And with all that stuff that happened, the East versus West 15, I think I deserve the shot, So I think I'm going to get the shot at Morozov, and if I beat him, that's crazy. Okay, I will be so happy. It's possible. It's possible that I beat this guy. My left, since I lost to Levon, I've stopped doing pumpkin training. I'm training my left every day. It's coming very quickly. It's not my right. It's not. My right is absolutely better, but my left is good. It's very good. And so hopefully that's next. I want to pull 115 right hand for probably an interim championship. I don't think Reno will be ready. I think that he might need a little bit of time. Obviously, when he's ready, I would love to face him. But I think it will likely be, I think it'd be between 3 people. I think there is Matyushenko. I think he's probably the most deserving in the category. I think he's probably the guy. He might be injured. I've also heard 2 guys are willing to cut. Kamil Jablonski, super eager. Interesting match. Also, this is probably the most interesting of all of them, Gennady Kvikvinia.
He wants to cut. I missed this. I have missed this.
You've missed this.
Yeah.
Gennady Kvikvinia said he would cut to 115 and face me for the title, for the interim title. Yeah.
Okay.
Right? What do you think about that?
If he can make it.
I mean, he used to pull 110 all the time.
Yeah, that was like 100 years ago.
I think that once you, like, I think
Yeah, like, okay, if he commits to it, it will be a crazy match, but it will be nowhere near as heavyweight Gennady versus heavyweight Devon.
I'm not
That's
sure.
my opinion.
I don't know. Look at if he can do a good cut, he might even be healthy. Anyways, look, I will pull whoever is the best guy.
Yeah.
Okay, whoever is the champion or the interim champion.
Yeah.
I don't know if Prudnik is even in the discussion anymore, but basically there's 3 or 4 people who I'm roughly looking at, and East versus West King of the Table can sort it out any way they want, but I want to either have the crown or the interim crown. So I think it's one of those names. And then left hand, if I continue to do well, I'd love to get a shot at Alazan at 115 and then at 105. So if I could do that,
You can get Alajan at 105 for both belts. Why not? Because if
just both.
why not?
Just
105,
do- yeah.
105 and just put both belts on
Both.
the line. Why? Like, what would be the difference at him 105 and 115? Right. The only difference would
Is
be
me.
you would be weaker maybe at 105 than 150.
So I could stack it and do double.
I think so.
You know what? You bring up a very, very strong point. You do. I was in my mind, I was going to try it at 115 because I thought that'd be easier. I thought I could maybe get the 115 belt because I think
But it's the same guy. And
I know, but
if you go straight away for 105, you could literally get both belts
both.
on the line because you qualify for both classes. He qualifies for both.
Interesting. Right. So that's kind of where my head's at. Yeah. And if I did that, if I got 6, I'd just be like, whatever. I can. I'd be a pretty happy guy then.
Yeah.
What is 6? 6?
Big tattoo with a goat.
Oh, just 6 crowns right across my chest. There's parts of my mind that would even go lower, and maybe in a couple of years I'd go for a 95. It's possible.
Was it like when you're 70?
I think I'm probably
brittle?
Yeah, you never know what the years bring, but I think that if I could walk around, if I could be back to walking weight like 245, 250, I think that 209 is possible, but I'm not that right now. So if I could go there, I think 95 would be possible. Yeah.
Man, you're crazy. You're so crazy.
It'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
It'd be a fun challenge.
Yeah.
If I could do it. I don't know that there's a big difference between 95 and 105. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can do that, but I don't want to completely throw it out because it's just this thing that I see like Irakli down there, and I'm like, a lot of good competition. And then there's the constant thing with Levon, right? Like, do I try that again, or I would have to do very well. Everything would have to go very, very well. Obviously, there's a part of me that would love to beat Levon, but it's Levon.
Yeah.
It's really hard, The first time he tore my bicep, the second time I think he almost broke my back. The third one might kill me, but what else am I doing? What else is going on? Yeah.
We see this huge change in arm wrestling most likely for 2025.
Yeah.
It's going to be more international than ever.
Yeah.
Right? Especially for King of Table, East versus West. We talked about this for years, right? Do you feel like this is the moment? Corey West said like next 5 years is going to be crazy.
Crazy.
Like a lot of guys are hearing they're putting their chips into becoming like full-time arm wrestlers. They're like,
do it now. Kids, teenagers, arm wrestling's blowing up. If you were ever like, I wonder if I should really try, because it's going to come to a town near you, get on that contender series, win your contender series, make a big splash, get seen, whether it's East versus West or King of the Table, get seen. And yeah, I mean, being a pro arm wrestler now, you can get sponsors, you can get enough money where it's, your wife or whatever's not going to kill you. Yeah, and it's just getting better.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on with this ESPN deal? Do you know the details?
it's every show is gonna go and air. That every North American show is gonna be edited down for an
Yeah.
hour and a half, hour,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
it's gonna be put on
Oh.
ESPN.
Now's the time, guys. Now is the time. It's never been better. It's never even been close to here.
Yeah.
And I'm in the perfect spot. Yeah, you're in the perfect spot. We're right where we need to be. Now we just need to live our dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I feel
Yeah.
like it. I
Yeah.
feel like it.
Yeah,
we
me
just
too.
live our dream. We'll see where this goes, and we'll have this conversation every once in a while to see how. Oh, you see this. You see
Yeah.
this. Like even now, like I think from event to event we have improved.
Yeah.
If you have seen, if you remember the first King of the Table, how it looked, even the look, right?
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we just got new cameras and shit now. And now we go to like the last East versus West event. It was craziness, right? It was not only on stage when Devon was there, but
I think that the next big transition point is going to be, so now what the big revelation I think that happened is that we've figured out that we can sell out North American venues. This was a massive deal. And I think that once we get the schedule set like way in advance, like if we know in 1 year from now, we're here.
yeah.
1 year out, and we know the yearly schedule.
Yeah, it's going to be easier.
Yeah.
Not only to sell everything. Everything will be easier. You have at least like we have to follow UFC model, right? That they doing all the things right, and they were in these stages we are right now, right? Like they were here, we are right now, and I think we have some advantages over them, right? We have social media, we have big stars already, so most likely we're gonna explode if we have this schedule. I think it's
Yeah.
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 Good times.
Good times. Good times.
Guys, I hope to see you in another crown soon.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I don't want to be greedy, but I want 6.
You want 6?
I want 6.
You want 6?
I don't know if it's possible. I like to challenge myself. 6 would be, to copy it on the left hand would be really difficult. But it's possible. Yeah.
Devon Larratt.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if I won?
Thanos.